Hey everybody, today I wanted to make a video on how to teach your dog the place command. And before I demonstrate that for you, I wanted to tell you why it's important. So the place command is a way of us telling our dogs, I want you to go to that spot and I want you to stay in that spot until I release you from that spot. And one of the reasons it's really important for us to be able to teach our dogs this command is it allows us as the owner to just be able to do some things that we want to do without having the dogs underneath our feet all the time. So it's a great command to have when you're cooking dinner and you don't want the dog in the kitchen bothering you. Or maybe you're having guests come over to your house and you don't want your dog going bananas and jumping on your guests when they come. The place command is going to be able to help you be able to do those things and not worry about your dog. So that's essentially what the place command is. You can use whatever command you want to associate with that place. I use dog beds in my house, so when I demonstrate for you here in a second, it's going to be using a dog bed to teach that place spot. But you can also get like those little platforms. You can get them off the internet where they're, I don't know, 6 inches off the ground. And they're nice because they're mobile or mobile, depending on how you say it. So, but anything that you can just pick up and take with you and move around is just helpful in this. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. I'm going to teach you and walk you through how to teach your dog the place command. All right, everybody, we are back. I have Ranger with me, and I'm going to walk you through how to teach the place command. So what you need for this is you need your dog, you need a leash connected to that dog, and you need some treats, which I have in my pouch right here. And level 1 step to teaching your dog a place command is you're going to point to the place where you want him to go, call it whatever it is you want to, whatever you want to call it. Tell them to go there, and we are going to guide the dog over with the leash until their paws hit that spot, and then we're going to pay them with the food. And then we are going to release them from that spot. So it's going to be command, reward for doing it, and then release. And that's going to kind of be our system of laying out this behavior that we want them to do. So I'm going to show you that right now. I'm going to demonstrate. Ranger, come here. Attaboy. Yes, good boy. All right. So for me, I have Ranger's dog bed here. So for him, it's his command is to go on his bed, and he's going to get a treat. Ranger, go on your bed. Yes. So treats. Good boy. Good job. Good. Break. And break means we're done. Free time. So you're going to just do this with your dog over and over again. Ranger, go on your bed. Yes. And notice how close I am to his bed right now. So I'm kind of using my body language and the leash to kind of guide him over to the bed. And when his feet are on the bed, then he gets treats. Good boy. Good. Break. If you've seen some of my other videos, I did a video on how to get him on the treadmill. And it's the same principle. As soon as he got up on the treadmill, treat, 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 release him off the treadmill, go back on the treadmill. So this is what you're going to repeat over and over again. Bed. Yes. Good job. Very nice. Good boy. Good. Break. Good. So he's on free time right now. Break. Come here. Freedom. Yay, run around. So what we want to do is get to the place where I can stay here stationary. I can tell him to go to his bed without me bringing him over there. So that's the goal. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how to do that now. Ranger. Bed. And we just got to be patient. Yes. Good boy. Yeah. So if you guys could see that, I don't know if you were able to see that on the video, but this time I stayed, good, stay. This time I stayed more here, told him to go to his bed. He started, he looked back at me, kind of unsure, and I just followed through. Nope, that's where you need to go. And he got there. Once he got there, then he got treats. Yes, good boy. Good job. Break. Good job, buddy. Yeah. So if you're just starting with this, all you're going to do is kind of that first thing. Is you're just going to be walking them through. Go on your bed. Yes, good boy. Good. This is level 1. You're just going to do this over and over and over again. Break. Okay, and then we will walk through, distance-wise. All right, so come here, buddy. So now let's go to phase 2, which is going to be go on your place or go on your bed and stay there until I break you. So before you saw me, put them on the bed, treat, 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 and then break. Okay, you're done. So now we're going to increase the amount of time that they are staying there. So if you have puppies, you're doing this for like little amount of time. You're going to do just pause on the bed, good job. And when you start incorporating your stay, it might be for 2 seconds, and then you're going to break. And then you're going to work your way up depending on the age of the dog and how much they understand. So, excuse me. So for Ranger, he's more advanced in this. So we should be able to have him go on his bed, stay there, and I could talk with you all, and he's going to stay there until I let him go. But I'm going to show you just kind of that level 2, now stay there until I let you go phase. Go on your bed. Yes. Good. Good. Good boy. Stay. Okay, so now he's in stay, so he can't go off his bed until I tell him he can. So this is where you need a lot of patience, because when you first start doing this, they don't understand that concept. They're going to have their own internal clock. I stay here for however long I want, and then I'm going to break. So that's where, once they understand where you want them, this is where we're going to start incorporating corrections if they come off their bed. Okay, so right now he's doing well. He's staying there like he should, so I'm going to intermittently pay him with food for doing that. So I'm going to walk back over to the spot I put him on. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, that's such a good boy. Stay. And that's going to reinforce, hey, you're staying where I told you to stay, so I'm going to keep paying you intermittently. Okay? And this is the same principle, so you can do this principle anywhere. I'm in the garage, I can bring his bed in the living room, and it's the same principle. So if you want to know a good goal to work up to, is to eventually have the dog on his bed while you watch a whole TV show. That would be a great, long-term goal. Half an hour he's going to stay there. And eventually this becomes their go-to spot anyway, so you can start incorporating it when you have company come over and things like that. All right, so I'm going to pay him again for him staying there. Good boy. Oh, that's a good job. Yeah, and he likes his bed, don't you? Yeah. Break. Come on, come here. So I want him off his bed. I'm going to break him from doing that. Good job, buddy. Good job. Yeah. And now what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate, this is the third phase, is now we're going to incorporate, go on the place when I tell you, stay there as long as I tell you, and no matter what distractions happen, stay there. So this is the third part. So we are in a low distraction environment, right? We're not doing this in the middle of a coffee shop somewhere. But you could eventually work up to do something like that. But what we're going to do now is we are going to tell him to go on his bed. I keep saying we, it's just me here, but you know what I'm saying. You're with me in this. So I'm going to tell him to go on his bed, stay there. And now I'm going to start incorporating some distractions. So I have a ball that I'm going to roll past the bed. Or maybe you have some food and you throw it on the ground and they can't pop off that bed. They have to stay on the bed, on the target. So if you're using a platform, they have to stay on the platform. I don't care if they sit on the platform. I don't care if they lay down on the platform. I don't care if they move around on the platform. They just have to stay on the platform. Okay? The only exception to that is if you were to put them on your bed or on the platform and tell them to lay down or tell them only to sit. They have to hold that until you tell them otherwise. But for this exercise, we just want them to stay in that spot so that I can have a guest come in my house and I don't have to worry about them leaving or doing anything. They just have to stay in that spot. So here we go. I'm going to walk you through that. That's the next spot. Ranger, go on your bed. Yes. Good job. Yes. Good boy. Stay. Okay, so he's on his bed. He's staying. I have a ball that I found. So now I'm going to roll this ball and throw it. If he breaks staying on his bed, I'm going to correct with the leash and put him back in the place that he needs to be in. That's it. Okay, so here we go. Good boy. And he didn't break his spot. So I'm going to give him lots of treats and praise because he's such a good boy. Well done, mister. So that's kind of like the jackpot of getting the treats when they have something that high level and they don't break what they're supposed to do. So here we go. Correction. On your bed. Good. And I'm not going to give him treats for that because he broke the rules. Okay? So, let me go get my ball. So, what we had there was I threw it, he didn't go for it, he got rewarded, and in his mind he was like, oh cool, I'm done. And he went for the ball. And so what I did in that was like, no, I didn't tell you you were done. So I corrected with the leash. I'm not sure if that was on camera, but it was just a pop with the leash. Back on your bed, and no treats for that. Okay? And then we're just going to repeat this process. So here goes the ball. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Yeah. Good. Stay. I'm picking up the ball again over here. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to roll it past him right now. Ball's rolling on the ground. Yes, good boy. So these are great tests that you're passing. You're doing a good job. Yeah, that's awesome. Well done. Well done. Very good. Stay. Okay, so that is the place command. I kind of gave you all the different 3 levels of how you can work with your dog on this. I'd recommend doing it numerous times a day. Keep your sessions short if you have a puppy, and then as your dog gets older, you can do this for longer periods of time and longer duration. Start in a lower distraction area and eventually move your way up to higher distractions. So for our example with guests coming over, don't start with guests coming over. Once your dog knows this, they can hold that position for a good amount of time. Start with putting them in that spot and ringing the doorbell. Put them in that spot, knock on the door. See if they break that spot. Have somebody from your family pretend that they're a guest. You know, kind of work your way up. And, you know, the grand finale, so to speak, would be, okay, we're having a dessert party and I got a couple friends over and my dog has to stay in the place when people come over until I release them. So that is the place command. I hope it is helpful. It is a great tool. to use and a great command to teach. It's helpful. It's good. So hopefully that's helpful for you. If you have any questions, hit me up and we will see you next time.